Video log number 2, location Phuket, take 1. Because of the pandemic, we never really had a graduation trip, so this kind of was that for us.
I thought you were bringing like a DSLR or something.
This is a DSLR.
Huh? Is it?
Oh, it's not lah.
So we came here expecting our flight to be at 1:15 because it got delayed, but then suddenly they got shifted forward to 1:15.
We are 15 minutes till the gate closes. Oh my god, it's all the way. It's the last gate. I had spent the months leading up to this holiday planning and thinking of all the fun things that we could do. And I was so ready to have fun. We are in Phuket! This is the hotel I can't afford to stay in. Noise.
Because is there a control for this? Pretty nasty. What? Scarly no control.
You'll just have to watch each other. The first order of business for us was to go swim in the private pool by the hotel. When we booked this holiday, my friends really wanted a private pool, while I wanted to stay in a hostel. Just swam at my friend's hotel. Now I am gonna head over to check into my hostel. I'm staying at Beach Packers Hostel. I think it's like 8 minutes walk. Yeah! Oh my god! So many days of watching the sunset from
the way that you look at.
Yeah. Like the camera is literally from that building. So I'm finally here. We were getting hungry, so we decided to head down from Patton Beach to Bangla Street to go find some food. We found this street food market thing that looked quite legit, but it turned out to just be another tourist trap. The food was it was mid, but you know what, at least our stomachs were full. We then headed to the highly raved about New York Life Bar, which was damn good lah. After a night of partying, the day came quick, and so we headed down to Patton Beach for a dip in the sea. So insanely hot, what the is this weather? I thought we looked really cool, like two surfers in the sea, but the truth was, we looked like a bunch of idiots. We then headed down to Old Town where the Sunday night market was taking place to listen to some buskers play music, pet this derpy looking ass cat, and we ate so much food. If you thought our holiday was going way too well, you were right, because the next day was nothing like how we expected it to be. We woke up early to go to Ko Phi Phi by day tour. We were picked up by a minivan, but 5 minutes after we got off, it started to pour like crazy. But we thought to ourselves, how bad could it be? Just go only lah. We were so wrong. Our guide, who was clearly trying his best, told us, okay, we're gonna try to outrun the rain. Not only did we not outrun the rain, we were stuck in it, and we were being tossed around by the big waves, the wind, the rain coming in. Everyone was clearly not having it. But to be honest, I was having such a good time. 180 degrees U-turn on the boat and a full refund later, we decided to reward ourselves for a job not done at Naughty Nuri's, which was probably the most expensive meal we had at Phuket, but it was so worth it. The next day, we made our second attempt to get to Ko Phi Phi, but first, there was a McDonald's craving to satisfy.
And I think it will be a proper diarrhea tomorrow.
No, I think it's gonna be good. The mission was simple. Eat lunch, get to the ferry, go to Ko Phi Phi. What could go wrong?
Yeah. We're trying to find a fucking boat to Phi Phi.
And we missed the ferry for today, so we are... Oh! Just caught something! Yeah. When you put two easily distracted men together, it's just gonna be chaos. And the rain did not help at all. Fishermen go out at 10 AM today, but they are all back already, so we can't take a fisher boat out. Given up? We tried, we really tried. With attempt number 2 a failure, it was time to head back to the town for the night. We did it! We then grabbed a cheeky little dinner with Katie from our hostel and called it a night. The next day, attempt number 3 to get to Ko Phi Phi started early in the morning, and 1,000 baht later, we were finally on the ferry to the island. Things were finally looking up, but not for long. It was naive of us to think that we could outrun the rain. And before long, the rain was upon us yet again. But the rain did not dampen the mood because finally, at last, we were on Ko Phi Phi. Yeah, we're here! Only 4 days to get here.
Love this.
After grabbing a quick lunch and checking into the second cheapest hostel we could find on the island, we were on our way to figure out how to get to Maya Bay. Swim, maybe? Nah. It was a long shot, but we decided to haggle with a local to bring us out on his private boat. And it worked. So in half an hour, we were on the boat and ready to go to Maya Bay. Even though the weather was a little gloomy, it was still better than not seeing Maya Bay at all. Not to mention, we got it at a fraction of the price of what the tour operators were quoting us. Maya Bay was just so breathtaking.
Print overload! Print overload! I like my nachos! Overload!
Hey, we're here at Maya Beach. Good place to be right now. If you look over there, the whoever's greeting us, we're expecting some nice rain. Exactly what we wanted.
After a brief but heavy downpour, we were off to our next location to swim and, the highlight of it all, to snorkel. We had to take a brief detour to go rescue my hat that flew overboard, but after that we were on our way to Monkey Bay.
Look at the monkey.
Monkey!
No, that's for this one.
There were only 2 monkeys on mascot duty that day, which was kind of disappointing because you could see more monkeys in NTU on any day. And the mosquitoes were really coming at us at full force, so that was a sign for us to head back to Phi Phi Island. A spectacular sunset was the start of a crazy night of partying on the beach, jumping from bar to bar and watching crazy white men fight each other for free booze. The next morning, I woke everybody up to go hiking with me as it was my last few hours before I left the island. Thank goodness the views were amazing or they would have been so pissed at me. It was time for me to board my ferry and time for me to say goodbye to all my new friends. And I was low-key upset about it, but in a way, I was already lucky to have even met them in the first place. Back on Phuket, I checked into this beautiful glamping hotel, but I started to question myself. Did I really leave my friends to sleep alone in a tent in the middle of nowhere? But what's done is done, and so I went to catch an extremely mid-sunset before meeting my friends at a seafood market for dinner where we had the freshest seafood ever. It was finally the last day of the holiday, and it's not a holiday unless you break something that you own. And for this trip, it was my bag. We went to this floating seafood restaurant for lunch where we had to take a long-tail boat out just to access the restaurant. I would otherwise recommend this place if it wasn't for the fact that it gave one of our friends diarrhea and sent him to the hospital. And we should have seen it coming considering that they didn't clean the crab at all before serving it to us. What a way to end the holiday. Well, I have no good way to end this vlog. I guess I just wanted to say that if there's one thing that I learned, it would be that sometimes it might be better to just let life take its own path. The moments that I enjoyed the most were the moments that I did not plan for them. So, vlog 2, good take.